Gangbanging for Jesus will not be seen at this time, in order that we may punch your ticket to hell with something even more blasphemous.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Gen X Talk Podcast. I am Mike, and joining me as always are JB, Misty, and Jab. What's going on, everybody?
What's up, Mike?
Hey.
So, we're all Gen Xers. We're all in our, okay, I'm just going to go on and say it, between the age range of about 42 to 55.
Damn.
Somewhere in that neighborhood.
I'm definitely in there.
Okay, none of us are actually 55, so okay. I'm just being inclusive of the Gen Xers who are watching us. You know, they're a little older, they're a little closer to the boomers, but we do have some common experiences that we like to talk about. And one thing I want to talk about today are some of the party scene of the 1990s and a lot of the trouble that we got into. Did you guys go to a lot of house parties back then?
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mike, we went to a few together. I'm sure.
I never did.
Oh, yeah. I know a couple of parties
Really
that we went to together.
Yeah. Those were good days.
I never went to any of those like classical, like what y'all talking about, the house parties.
Oh, man. You went to clubs?
Never went to a club.
When was the first time you went to a club?
Deep Ellum, that
was the 90s?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but that was after high school and stuff.
Yeah,
Are you talking about just the 90s in general, you mean?
Anytime.
Oh, yeah.
We weren't old enough to go to clubs really till we got out of high school.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, well, I went to, what was the name? The Lizard Lounge.
I remember that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I was pretty old. I was like,
Remember Venice Beach? Mike, did you go there?
Venice Beach, the teen club, teeny
Yeah.
bopper clubs in general, man, those were some shit that should be illegal.
Yeah. Yeah.
The type of things that went on in those
The
teeny
ballroom?
bopper clubs.
The ballroom.
Aragon Ballroom, another place. I think those were nightclubs for people aged 13 to 17.
And people that were 21 and 22 came from the ballroom.
Yeah, all sorts
crazy.
of unfortunate, horrible things happened at those places, and that's probably why they're not around anymore.
Are they talking about surviving R. Kelly? They should have had a surviving Fort Worth, the ballroom.
Surviving Venice Beach.
Yeah, there were, when we talk about stuff on the other shows and stuff, there was a lot of that type of stuff going on. Grown men. I remember because we couldn't get no girls. Because all the girls our age were with grown ass men. Our moms dropping us off and this fool coming up in a freaking Cadillac. Nice car. Even not a nice car, just a car, period. Picking up all the girls that were supposed to be for us. Sorry, motherfucker. They're the 55-year-olds now. While we're 40.
Are you listening?
Exactly.
Gotcha, bitch. They're back. Now they're wishing they were us. Yeah, those were good days, man.
Oh, man, and I can't believe our parents let us go to these places. Like, this is...
They didn't care.
Those teen
They
clubs
didn't
are
care.
basically a giant free candy van. That's what that shit was.
Yeah. My parents actually did not allow us to go after someone got shot at the ballroom, a friend of mine, during the gang era. The club would not allow you to wear like all blue or all red, or like a lot of gang members back then wore the Dickies. The work the work pants, like blue Dickies, blue shirt. Oh. They paint the white Dickies red, dye them red, and wear them red shirts. Yeah. So the club affiliated all that with gang stuff. So you couldn't wear that type of stuff. And this was I was in the 9th grade. So we're talking like 93, I believe. So we had a friend who, when we went to go in, that's what he was wearing, that type of attire. So they wouldn't let him in. So we were like, that's your fault, bro. We're going in. And he was walking from the ballroom, which is right off 35, down to that Waffle House. Yeah. It was on Alta Mason. Yeah. Somewhere in between there, somebody shot him. So
shit.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was in a gang or something. But anyway.
Did he die?
No, he didn't die. He just got shot in the leg. I don't know if they shot at him or were shooting at some more people. I know he went up to the Waffle House to get help or call the police. Or whatever. Anyway, so I was never allowed at that place after that. Of course, we went still. But our way of going to places that my parents didn't allow me was to spend a night with a friend or spend a night with a cousin whose parents did say it was okay. So basically, when I go somewhere, like if you go stay with your mom, and not your dad, you follow your mom's rules. Your dad's house can't go. It was that type of stuff. So at my house, my parents say, you can't go there. I just spend the night at my friend house, one of my cousins. We go
my
right
mom was
on.
always like,
together.
yeah, go.
my
My mom was ready to get me out of the house.
Shit.
Once I
Yeah.
was 17, I could pretty much, I was raising myself. But 13, 14, 15, no.
I think we kind of raised ourselves, though, like our generation.
Oh,
Because the parents, they were like, oh, yeah, go.
Yeah.
Go
A
get
lot of them
outside,
didn't
go
know,
outside.
too, what was going on.
Yeah.
We were angels at home. I'm pretty sure
Exactly,
you were, too.
yeah.
I think
You
I
get
was.
out.
Yeah.
I think
you
I
get
was
different story.
lame. I was lame. I was kind of the guy that always, at that age, and this would be a different contrast for you guys. Whoops. I was the guy that always looked at that shit as a waste of time at that age. Now, I mean, this is a guy older who does some shit, but I'm talking about at that age, I was like, why am I going to go hang out and drink and act stupid and dance and be retarded when this is the way I used to think. And it's little, and I would be like, nah, I ain't going to do that shit. I'm going to fucking research something or fucking learn. That was me back then.
I definitely wasn't drinking back then. I didn't start drinking until I was probably 20 in college. But at middle school, high school, ninth grade, I ain't gonna lie, I didn't.
You were that's yeah.
Well, I was a virgin. I was trying to get laid. I was putting up with all the other stuff. I was trying to talk to girls. I didn't care about the drinking. I didn't care about the drugs or any of that. I was there for the girls.
That's what I was.
I did not get a single one, but that's what I was there for.
We used to go to Mike. Remember? I think we might have told the story before. I don't remember it all. I know we went to Venice Beach. We were grown by then. I was at least 18.
I wasn't 18.
Where was that one at? I'm trying to remember
then
that.
If it was Venice Beach, I wasn't there because I did not.
No. Hold on. I'm sorry. I said Deep Ellum. Remember? And your airbag thing exploded.
Yeah,
remember that?
I do remember that. I remember
Was I
that very,
driving?
very well. Yes, you were driving.
That's
Okay.
what I meant.
Let me tell the story.
Yeah, let you tell that story.
Okay, because I was young and dumb back then. I was dumb as shit.
And I was just as dumb because I was riding with him.
And we would drive from Fort Worth, Texas, all the way to Dallas, Texas, which is about a 55-mile, hour-long drive.
Yep.
And I would go to the clubs in Deep Ellum.
Yep.
I would get shit-faced drunk.
Yep.
I would jump behind the wheel, drive home.
Sure would.
I would drive past all the wrecked cars, all the burning corpses and ambulances. And every time I would make it home safely. One day, me, Jab, a couple of others, we went out to Venice Beach. Once again, not Venice Beach, Deep Ellum.
Deep Ellum, yeah. Okay.
Venice Beach is a teeny bopper club.
Yeah.
This didn't happen there.
I just mix them up all the time.
So we went up to Deep Ellum, and once again, I got shit-faced drunk. But this time, I decided to be responsible. I was like, look, man, I can't drive. You take the wheel. You drive us home because Jab wasn't drinking. So he was a DD. And all those times I drove home drunk off my ass and made it safely. The one time I gave up the keys, apparently one of the street signs that they put on the bridges, one of those had fallen off and was in the road.
Yep.
And he hit that sign.
And his airbags
Deployed.
Dang.
I mean,
Damn.
we were blinded.
for a long time, but we didn't hit nothing else.
Yeah, we didn't hit nothing else.
It was just his airbags
Just-
came out,
Oh, dang.
which
damn.
was how expensive was that, Mike? Because I remember that. Being
it was pretty expensive.
Yeah.
It jacked the car up pretty
Yeah,
good.
damn.
I mean, it eventually got fixed, but it was, it was crazy. I mean, it was one of those things. There's a sign on the road,
just fell
and
out
I
of
think
nowhere.
there was another car in front of you. That car swerved, so
like right at the last moment, and I couldn't. I remember that.
yeah, so we didn't even really have time to get out of the way.
Because-
But man,
Even though I wasn't drunk, I was just might as well been because we're listening to music and talking and
Yeah, being silly.
not paying attention.
Right.
Yeah. And I wasn't probably but maybe 17 because
Oh,
I
damn.
wasn't. Yeah, I wasn't. Mike's a couple years older than me, so if he was 21, I was 19. How old do you think you were then? I'm thinking you were 19 or 20. You still had the blue car.
No. I had a Saturn back then, so it was after 1997 at least.
Yeah.
So, and I was definitely 21 because
Okay,
I
you
was
were
getting
21.
in the bars and
You
drinking.
were 21. I was probably 19.
Yeah, because a lot of those places, and this was back in the day, they have 18 to get in, 21 to drink. Of
Yeah.
course, everyone drank.
Yeah.
Except for me.
Those-
I wasn't drinking yet, really.
Those wristbands did not mean a damn
Of
thing.
course, that changed. Remember the legal weed? Remember that on Deep Ellum? there was always somebody selling some, like, it looked like weed in a bag, like how you would buy weed, but it was legal.
Really?
The dogs wouldn't mess with you. Yeah, and everybody was smoking it.
Yeah, it was parsley.
I don't know what it was. It gets you high, though, I guess. No?
No, I think we were just getting sick and thought we were high.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah,
You're getting
I
fucked
think
up.
we were getting
Oh my
poisoned
gosh.
is what happened.
Oh, man. I remember that. Those are good days, man. Bringing back memories.
Oh my
But-
gosh.
Deep Ellum was so wild. Have you ever been out to Deep Ellum, Misty?
Yes, we used to go down there
Back
a few
then?
times back then. Yeah, but that wasn't our big scene. More of like hanging out at a friend's house, partying on the weekend, and going to the lake, going tubing.
Was it the Benbrook Lake?
The Brazos.
Okay. I know Benbrook. Everybody used to go there.
And you know how you have like your priorities when you're younger. I remember I had a '77 Impala, and we were going down to the Brazos, and my car kept overheating. The radiator wasn't working right, but we ended up making it there, and had to get our friend's brother to come tow the car later.
I had that.
So that, I mean, you have like your priorities.
Yeah, I had the same thing. Back in our day, the real cool thing in Fort Worth was the street. There's a street on East Fort Worth called Miller. And everybody drive to Miller and just pretty much ride up and down Miller all day. There's people all over the street standing out. And then people with the nice car, whatever your car, you just ride. Pretty much we riding down, riding back.
Yeah.
And I had a 96 Cadillac Coupe de Ville, the one with that 4100 aluminum motor. And same thing. It would run hot all the time. I know that it's going to run hot. If I'm on the freeway, I'm okay. But if I'm stop, go, I know that it's going to run hot. Right. And I still would take that chance.
Still do it, yeah.
I bought that car for $1,100.
Really?
One summer. And I think I spent maybe the same amount in towing. Towing wasn't as expensive back then. Like, damn near every other week I had to tow it home. But I would still take my ass down there because I wanted to be a part of that.
Exactly.
Be a part of that experience.
I bought my car for $400.
Yeah, we'll see. That's about the same. We had the same thing going on. $400. You saved $700.
I did.
You got to use it on tow. Well, you got towed further than me.
Right.
But that was I don't know. We weren't really as kids or youngsters. I wasn't really doing much like I thought until I got in like 21, 22 when I got a little money in my pocket. But in those other days of partying, we just would dance. And I remember going to parties and all the boys up against the wall, all around. And the girls probably maybe dancing and stuff, or you sitting up hugging, kissing a girl, thinking like that was a party. Just so you know what I mean? Like that's what we really did. Sat there and kissed all night. This is as a teenager, like
a place to get out and be with the girl.
Yeah, that's all we really did, man.
I stood up against the wall to try to look cool, mainly because I couldn't dance. I mean, I couldn't dance. I didn't want to talk to anybody. I just tried to be present and hope that someone would come and give me some attention, which never happened. But
I always liked going out and racing. Remember when did you ever see the drag races on 35 and Brendan Crowley? Mm-hmm. Yeah, we were down there.
I remember those.
Yeah.
I remember those. And then there was a motorcycle crew that came later. They would do stunts and stuff. They would do the same thing, but it was like a little later, more in the 2000s.
Yeah, but then somebody passed away there from one of the races, and then they vowed never to.
I think so.
Race there again.
They started going to the Kennedale racetrack probably after that. 'Cause that's where everybody went. Is it Kennedale? Yeah.
Yeah, Kennedale.
Man, I was so lame. I'm like, I didn't go anywhere. I'm thinking, I didn't go to Kennedale. I didn't go to drag races. I didn't go to parties with guys and girls out in the walls and shit.
Yeah, we did all of that, man. It was. I think partying then, depending on, and that was a cool thing about me coming over to Crowley. Because I had two totally different groups of friends. Like there used to be this lake over near Crowley where you could jump off that cliff into the water.
Oh,
you know what I'm talking about?
I did that.
And one guy got paralyzed. Remember that? Yeah, we used to do that. Well, basically I had like what I call my friends over here and my friends over here. And partying and hanging out was totally different. But like today I thank God for both experiences.
Yeah.
But like stuff like going to the lake, and I did that all from I call my Crowley friends.
Yeah,
and that stuff was just as fun. It was a different type of fun. But
yeah.
It was fun. But then you had the parties over here with, they're going to probably get shot up. Somebody's going to fight. But for some reason, you still want to go. Like we didn't have social media, so then you had to go to see what happens.
Right.
People, if there was a fight, let's say there was a fight, and it was cool back then because if you had a fight, like me and JB get into the fight, JB's friends are only a few people saw it.
Yeah.
Your friends are gonna say you won. My friends are gonna say I won.
Yeah.
And then it was the end of it. And then next week we were probably back partying together.
Yeah, yeah.
But these days at a party, somebody gets into a fight. Yeah, they not only shoot them up, but even if they don't shoot them up, this is what happens. Everybody pulls out their phone.
Yeah.
So the whole world sees who got their ass whooped. And so, like, everything that happens at a party, you can see now. So it's like, you can know now. Like, I don't know. It's just today's things are different. I couldn't party today like I could back then. I don't like cameras on.
It's
like,
a lot.
I don't want cameras on.
No.
You're getting recorded everywhere you go now.
Like,
It's nuts.
Because the people who even are having the parties, like at the clubs,
Yeah.
if you're getting on Facebook on their pages, they're recording, to show everybody, like,
Yep.
this is the livest party in DFW, come here. Da, da. But you don't have the privacy. Like, what if I'm just being like, what if you're there with a girl and you don't want another girl to know you're there with her?
Yeah.
Or what if, you don't, I don't know. It's just not the same anymore.
Yeah.
Everything's like this. So you're not free to really just have fun because you have to worry about who's watching.
Who's what? Yeah.
And not that you're doing anything illegal or just the fact that who wants to be watched. And that's so I wouldn't dare party now.
Different animal.
But it turns out we didn't really have that privacy back then either, because now they got a whole Freaknik documentary out there. So everyone who was out there getting involved in that scene, you're getting put out in the open for everybody now.
Yeah, but that's one thing. The Freaknik, of course, people were recording that because that's like a lifetime experience. But they won't have me on there. But everyday clubbing and everyday, house
everybody's
parties,
got a full video camera in their pocket.
right? Or you might not want people to know where you are. Like if you went to, if Misty had a party 20 years ago and I was there, only maybe if somebody got on the phone and called and like, yeah, hey, Jab's here. But now somebody who you don't even like say you have a friend that I don't even like, and then you're at your party and they look, that fool's there. Let's go. That's the type of stuff I think about now.
Yeah.
When I was younger, I didn't think about that type. Like I didn't care.
Yeah.
There's certain people I don't want to be around, or I just don't want in my business. So I don't. Like I said, I don't hang out like that.
I get that for sure.
Yeah, maybe with certain friends that probably I hang with people now that in my eyes they have as much to lose as me, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Back then I would hang with anybody, and so a lot of the troublemakers and the stuff we would get into was because you were hanging with people who.
Well, it's not even cool anymore. I mean, it's like at our age now, my God, we're like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? That kind of stuff.
Yeah. I got buddies that have parties. We watch the games and barbecues. And
well, yeah.
But I'm saying we all are at this. We're on the same status. Maybe kids are grown now, or maybe this, and we feel and think alike.
We have little cliques now.
Yeah. There you go.
No,
little couples getting together playing cards.
Yeah, we play Uno now.
Yes.
We're actually doing that today.
Uno.
Uno. And the Cards of Humanity. What is it?
Cards Against Humanity.
Yeah, Cards Against Humanity.
It's hard for me now to even want to get out. I mean, I'm talking, from the 90s. As I got in my 20s, I did a lot of shit. I got out. I branched out. But now, I don't want to do shit. Like, it's hard to get me out very much. I mean, really. I mean, unless it's like what you said, like friends hanging out, barbecue or card game. Mm-hmm. But if I hear, let's go to a club and do X, Y, Z, it takes a minute for me to have the gumption to want to give a fuck.
Right.
Ritzy's.
That's the old folks club to me.
That's the last time.
But that's my people now, the old folks. I don't feel so shamed to be there. I feel like I'm with my people.
Another thing I believe, my theory is at home now. When we were younger, not all of us, but many of us, majority of us, I want to think, you didn't have everything you wanted at home. Whether you lived with your parents, so you didn't have the freedom.
Oh yeah.
Or you didn't have whatever. In your, if you did what you're supposed to do in your 30s and 40s, you pretty much everything you want you have at home. So I think that's another reason you don't go out as much because, with apps you can see that in any movie. Whatever food you want, you can cook on a grill. You can. So there's not as much of a need to go out at our age because You like swimming, you got a swimming pool at home. People have movie theaters.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're at the age that whatever we desire on a, we have it at home.
Totally.
You can even, hey, you can even call up women and bring them to your house. Like you can.
Now that is some shit I'll do.
That's what I'm saying. You can really have. No, you can.
That
like,
is the shit. Now you're talking my game. Like,
because in my opinion, women and I'm not a woman, so I can't say you'll be able to confirm. Women go out for different reasons than men. Pretty much if you're not married, a single man, pretty much everything you do as far as going out is around getting chicks. Like we go to the club, you're going to look for some chicks.
Totally.
Women actually will go to a club just to like look nice or just to get out. Like
just to like clear your head.
Yeah.
I mean, I've done that before where I've gone.
I ain't doing that shit.
Just to a restaurant to go have a drink. Just to.
Yeah, women do, and I learned that from dating women. I didn't believe that shit. Like girls actually will get up. And just
we're not trying to meet anybody.
Yeah, they actually will go and like just to look better than the other, all dressed up, go sit there, and just go sit there and chill and drink. And then even if a guy tries to talk to them, even pretend like they're together because they don't want to talk. A guy, if we're going to, man, I'm not going to the club with him just to go. Like we're going to look for something, and so.
It's got to be a reason.
Yeah, like we're not.
It's got to be like a cool band or something, or women.
Well, it's still, there you go. And even the cool
it's
band.
Women. It's always women.
Still, even the cool band is women because if not, you're going to take a woman with you. But if you go by yourself,
I know what you mean.
Yeah. So as you get older,
y'all never just like I just want to go and just.
Nah, what he's saying is true.
No, everything we do pretty much is around you all.
That's why when we get tired of women, we don't get out.
Yeah, it's true. If you look at guys, I honestly believe if there was no men on the earth, women would still, do their hair. They still dress the same because women do a lot of stuff that makes them feel better.
Right.
If there was no women, I don't think I'd even take a bath.
We would go back to being primates in apes.
All you got to do,
we would regress.
Yeah. All you have to do is look at a little boy. I don't know about now because the world is so different.
I'd have to make my own sandwich.
When we were kids, look at little boys before we start liking girls. We didn't care. Our mom had to make us take baths.
Yeah.
Think about it.
I know.
Yeah, to make you take a bath, make you put on deodorant.
Yes,
you didn't start caring about that shit till you start liking some freaking girls.
So y'all remember me back in the day? I didn't
we gotta teach y'all.
I wasn't trying to bring that up. I said me.
No, you said.
Yeah, but it was when you start liking girls more. Even cars. Little boys play with cars and they like, I'm gonna have this nice race car and I'm gonna have a lot of women. That's just our nature.
Lots of dreaming.
It's true. What you said is 100% true.
Yeah, so partying and stuff, especially if you got the girls, like you're not really.
Our main motivation is women. I agree with that 100%.
Yeah, even money. You don't need. If it was just you don't really need money.
Nope.
As long as you got football or sport, whatever you're into.
No, I agree with that too.
I'm like sports. If I could just sit on an island.
You like all sports?
Yeah, mainly football and basketball and any type of boxing or MMA. But I'll watch all sports, but mainly not even really basketball, mainly football.
So interesting you say that because
I would be cool with that. If I had good food, sports, and probably just a woman, and I could work out, and man, I could just do that my whole life.
And you know what? You're so right.
We're that simple.
It's interesting too because little off topic, but I find that if you have the right woman that motivates you, she can be a man maker.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? She can drive you to do shit. Yeah. Man maker.
Right.
Yeah, but it's still behind a woman.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I mean?
She's the fuel for your drive.
Yep.
That's where it is.
She's your crank.
Mm-hmm.
That's why when you get them crazy bitches out there, you're all kinds of confused in life. They're like, what's wrong with this motherfucker? What have you seen his woman? She got 5 personalities.
Yeah.
Hell, yeah.
Yeah. And it still has to do with partying because back then, because when you party, who you meet and who you be around. It's like, it ain't nothing out there today. I mean, if you really be honest, the people that are out, man, the most of the people that are out now are the washed up people. That's what I call it. We're washed up, man. We're washed up. They've either been married and locked down and they didn't get out, and so now they're trying to, or they're the people that just still left over that's been trying, and now they just said, fuck it.
Fuck it, man.
Men and women. I don't want women to think I'm talking about them.
Bring the bitches.
All of us. Yeah, just washed up, man. It's like,
come on, come to the house, knock on the door.
We never could get it right. We're 45 now. We're 50. We're 55. Hey, I'll choose you. You choose me.
I think I actually got more social with age, to be honest. Like, I went out a lot more when I was younger, but I would always be the quiet one. Like, I didn't really talk to anyone. And maybe I'm still kind of quiet, But I'm a lot more outgoing right now than I ever was when I was at that age.
Yeah.
You know, at that age, I was showing up to the party for no reason at all. I was just going to stand against the wall. I'd probably drink and then go jump a fence whenever the cops showed up, which is pretty much all I was there for. But nowadays, you know, I actually go out. I actually, you know, have more get-togethers and social gatherings. And I actually think I've done more, probably not so much now in my mid-40s, but definitely from 30 to 40, I was a lot more outgoing.
Yeah. Well, if you're responsible, everybody's going to experiment a little bit in their young 20s. But your 20s, you start doing the work so that things manifest usually in your 30s, and then by then you're living for you in your 40s.
And you know, nowadays we just don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Come on, we don't care. Mike, you don't care when you're at a club with people, how they see you anymore?
I don't. Not like I used to.
Yeah, not me neither. So I'm just going to be myself, which happens to probably be better. Like I think last time I went to a club was with Mike at that. Would you?
I didn't go, but I remember
Ritzy's. Yeah,
that's why I brought it up. I know y'all,
yeah, we did. That was the last time I went to a club. That was fun. I think I talked to a lot of women out there that night. I just talked. You know, I may not be smooth, but you know,
I think being yourself.
I
think it's great. I've always been that person. I've always done what I want to do. I don't care what nobody thinks if they agree with me. All of you all can feel this way, and I'm very comfortable feeling the other way, even if my way is considered wrong. I've always been that person.
Yeah.
And so I'm glad to be at the stage where we really, because even when I didn't care, you still kind of care. Like when you're in school, you want somebody to like you.
Of course.
Everybody.
Yeah.
But to really just have that freedom where it's like you can just be yourself, man, that's the best thing in the world.
That's it. And I think we all want to be valued.
I noticed that as I'm older. I used to be really shy when I was younger. I didn't talk a lot, but now that I've gotten older, it's like.
When I first met Misty 20 plus years ago.
Yeah.
Been a long time.
A long time. Oh my God.
Yeah. You were right. She would always be quiet.
Yeah, I was really
all
quiet.
I heard was a little laugh.
But there was
just laughing, you know.
Yeah, but then I don't know, as you go through experiences in life, you become more vocal.
I think I might be pregnant.
What?
Why?
You're right, and you, like he was saying, I think I did.
But I was afraid to offend somebody. Like that was my big thing. I didn't want to offend somebody.
That's good.
Yeah.
See, and I don't give.
We worry about him a lot. He's not real outspoken or anything, so we got.
Oh, not at all.
I don't give a damn. Well, this is the thing, man. People are gonna. I was like that in my younger days because especially with my parents, I wanted my parents to like think great of me, and my parents were kind of strict by the books type of parents. You know, we went to church, all that kind of good stuff.
Right.
And I grew up like that, and I'm gonna tell you what changed me, and they probably won't want to hear this or not, but my parents got divorced. And when my parents got divorced, that's really when I stopped giving a fuck. Because it was like, and I don't blame them now because I understand life, but at that time, it's like all the stuff I've been taught, and shit, y'all getting divorced. So then everything that I believed in changed. I don't believe it anymore. And I start looking and in life, and I just feel that we're all taught something, and whatever we're taught is made to control us.
Yeah.
There's no right or wrong. I mean, there is, but I'm saying everything is based on what people say, what they feel. Like the people who made the laws, this is how they felt. So that's why it's a law. Maybe they may have told you that's what God said. Or somebody said, hey, you're supposed to get married. Well, what's the difference in, like having sex before marriage or getting married, having sex and then getting divorced and then having sex with somebody else? Like it was things like that. It made me start questioning life. And when I start questioning life and questioning things, I realized I don't really feel like that about this. And that's when I started. The only person I cared about was my parents. I wanted them to agree with me, so it kept me this way. And when I wasn't worried about them no more, like, shit, they got divorced. How can they tell me shit? That's kind of how I felt. And I'm not even saying that's the right way to feel. That's how I felt. And then it just made me feel that way about the whole world. Like, And then I lost a good job. When I got out of school, I was an engineer at Nokia. And I thought I was going to work there the rest of my life. I even didn't finish school anymore because I had that job. So I was like, and then I got laid off. And you just start realizing life, like, nothing really matters. Like, stuff is nothing like how you think. And if you get to thinking this way, you're going to get stuck and you're going to get left behind and nobody's going to give a fuck. So you better start giving a fuck about how you feel.
That's
and then I met someone one day and he told me something and he said, never allow the opinions of others to be greater than your own. And when he said that, I was like, damn. And I just kind of live by that. So I walk around talking shit, and sometimes I'm an asshole, you know, but I'm me. But I don't have stress. Yeah. And if my hair would grow, which it does, but not here, I don't have any gray hair on my head. I got a couple of hair. I think I'm stress free.
Yeah.
Nothing's gray. My friends are great. Not you.
Oh,
but the majority of my friends, they're great.
Yeah.
I think what I'm doing is working.
And they'll always tell you that the gray hair is like wisdom or whatever. But
exactly, yeah.
I think what we learn.
I'm just wondering, really?
Yeah.
What we learn when we become adults is that our parents, the people we thought had all the answers, they're still learning too. They're still trying to figure this shit out. They don't know if they're doing right or wrong.
Yeah.
It's a lifelong
I think
process.
once we see
learning.
that, once we recognize it, we start to feel more comfortable about ourselves that, you know what, maybe as I'm developing as a person, this is who I am. You know, I'm a product of my parents, but I'm not either one of them. I'm me.
Right.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Yeah, an identity. You begin to develop your identity as you get older and really, you know, declare that, you know, people like, this is what I am, you know.
Right.
When, what's the word? Is it introvert and extrovert?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I switched. Did y'all feel like I know now, I have fun when I go out. When I go out, I'm the life of the party. But it's very hard to get me out. If I'll tell you I'm coming this weekend, and I more likely won't come.
Right.
And if I tell you I'm not coming, I'm more likely to end up coming. But when I get there, you'll think, oh, he parties all the time. But I've probably been sitting at home every weekend. Like,
I totally
grew
get it.
more to that.
Yeah.
And that's what's different for me these days is that, man, back then I was ready to go almost anywhere.
Yeah.
Now it's like, man, I don't.
The drive just ain't there like it was. That
And
I think.
I'm more worried about stuff that could go wrong.
Yeah.
Like going
I
out.
was gonna
Like,
say you start thinking about this situation now.
Coming home, man, I go to Dallas and I'm gonna want to drink. I gotta drive way home.
Yes.
Exactly.
But
That's
we've
why
done
I don't
this.
go to Dallas.
Yeah, but we've done this so many times before. It's like I would never do that again.
Again, it's that drive. You're right. It's that testosterone. It's all going down as we get older.
Yeah.
And it's what it is.
Yeah,
I mean,
I won't even ride a motorcycle.
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you something else. Coming from like Duncanville or Dallas on 20 around that Mount Creek exit.
Yeah.
When you drive around on coming back, it's like it's just a cliff on this side.
Yeah.
And somebody got drunk and went off there. Anyway, I'm scared of that now. I don't know why. When I get that,
You're
like
afraid to.
when you're coming around,
Yeah.
and I'm out. Like if you had a blowout or somebody hit you, there's nothing on that side.
That's true.
But I've driven that forever. I do not like to go there. I'll take 20 and go 360, 30 and somewhere over there. But just going there, I do not want to. I know it sounds crazy, but that will literally.
No, man.
If you say like Duncanville or the something off 20, I'll not go because the drive back. If you're driving, I might feel a little better. But like late at night and coming around there,
Yeah.
But I swear I've done it a million times.
But you know what? What you're saying, I experience too. I feel like the older I get, the more afraid I am of things.
Yeah.
Because the less resilient we are.
Yeah, it's like, you know, I have back when I was young and felt invincible or whatever. Hell, I will go to Dallas. I will get wasted. I will drive back. I'll drive past all the people who didn't survive and be fine with it.
And do it
But
again.
now I won't go to Dallas and back sober. I don't want to
won't
make
ride a
that
motorcycle
decision.
anymore?
In your experiences, because I went to Colorado a few years ago and thought I was going to be young and climbed on some rocks, fell, hurt my knees. I'm like, okay.
That's just
I'm getting
it.
old.
You know, the thing is we're not as coordinated as we used to be.
Exactly. We're not.
You know, we're not as not as what's the word, agile. We're not. So I think our natural instincts and survival kicks in, and our mind is saying, "Stop, motherfucker."
Yeah.
I mean, you know,
If we race right now, you know, like if you run full speed, I can't just stop. If I stop, I'm gonna fall. I've done it. I raced to a kid thinking like, come on, if I run hard, I have to like kind of jog a while and slow down. You know what I mean? I can't
I
just
see what
stop.
you're
Like
saying.
you know,
Yeah.
running and stop.
yeah.
I'm gonna freaking fall. I didn't even know that until I did.
Well, you got a lot of you're big too, and you got a lot of momentum. You know,
But I didn't. No, I'm just balanced, man.
well, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, your body. Yeah,
But I'm saying I used to a few years ago I could do it.
Yeah.
Like damn, I was the same size.
Oh, yeah, I feel the same way too when it comes to running.
Yeah.
Like I have to slow down. I can't just stop. I have to gradually go to a jog, to a walk, and then maybe I'll stop.
That's a weird feeling, man. Like and when you know certain limitations, so when you go out, you think about that. Like, man, I can't be out here. Police car, I can't run. So I don't even want to go nowhere police are coming.
I get it, man.
Yeah.
Totally get it.
Or even your equilibrium getting off.
Yeah, that's
like, because I do archery, but I haven't been able to do it because my equilibrium's been off.
Yeah,
Damn.
but these young guys, they can't run either because they're working with their pants sagging, so they're going to trip. They're wearing the little tight ass breeches, skinny jeans. Yeah, so they can't run from the police either.
Well, hey, we're doing something a little bit new today. We're gonna go around the horn and everyone can drop whatever we want to talk about today. Misty, I think you first. What's on your mind today?
Okay, so kids don't want to drive now. Our kids. And I was asking my youngest, like, what's the deal? Why don't you want to drive? She says, because she's lazy. So, and then we've got all this social media. I mean, they don't really need to go out and do anything, I guess.
Yeah, that's true.
I just noticed that. Like, I was ready to get out and drive when I was younger. Like, ready to get out and go. But nowadays, the younger generation, they're like, I'm not really interested in driving.
Yeah.
It's so different for real because when we turned 16, it was like you were supposed to get your driver's license.
Right.
Exactly,
and if you didn't have it by the time you were 18, you got made fun of.
Right.
Yeah. And when I was 15, I got my hardship license because we lived out in the country, and I already had a job at 15.
Right.
But
I know that I did when I was going to work and I'd done Lyft, like you know, being an actual driver.
Right.
And there's a lot of kids that take Lyft to school, and
Yeah.
then we had to ride the bus. You know, we
They
had to ride the
do.
bus or somebody with a car. I'm like, people are actually paying money, and they don't live far.
Right.
They just instead of riding the school bus, I don't know if they live too close or what, but
Yeah.
there's kids like South Hills, the local schools, and
That's usually because they miss the bus, probably.
maybe I don't know, but I know there's
That's
a lot
what
of them
happens
that.
with my youngest.
Okay, I just
Yeah.
know that there's a lot of them that live. They live from school.
Yeah.
I'm like, dang, we had to ride the bus. Like maybe
Yeah.
maybe their parents are at work.
Yeah.
Like you say, they don't drive.
Right.
Like one
yeah.
guy, I pick
They-
him up
they
from
don't wanna-
South Hills, and he works at Arby's. So I guess he gets out of school, you know, and goes straight to work. But his parents are still at work. But I just know
Yeah.
that you're right. They don't.
Yeah, and then
You would think he would have a car.
Yeah, a lot of them are kind of fear mongering, I guess,
Mm-hmm.
because they hear all this stuff on social media.
Yeah, and and you might not want a car. You know, we were happy with almost anything we had because the farthest we could see was maybe across the street.
Yeah.
Like my parents' car, JB's car, all of our parents' cars kind of looked alike.
Yep.
And then my first car probably looked like your first car.
Yeah.
But you get on social media and you see a 50-year-old with a freaking Porsche
Nuts.
or Lamborghini, and
Right.
you're like, this ain't shit. I don't want to drive this shit. I just rather ride the freaking Uber.
Yeah.
That's what I
Right.
think it may be because everything's about, you know, style and look. And
Cars are also really
Yeah.
expensive now.
Yeah,
though.
they
Like,
are.
you talk
That's
about
the other
$400
thing.
car.
I
It ain't a
right?
$400 car
There's
now.
no $400 car now.
even those neons that were
Yeah.
cheap, like neons, I think now they're called, like they got cars like the Ford Focus.
Oh, yeah.
They're all equivalent.
Yeah.
Those things are freaking expensive. They're not like, you know,
No.
back then you get $8,000 brand new car.
No.
No.
They're $20,000. Like everything's expensive.
It's
Yeah,
insane.
everything's- yeah.
Yeah, my first
Now.
car was $2,000.
And the value of them is less. Like when you buy a car back
Oh
then,
yeah.
the value of it once you buy it was a lot higher compared to
To
you
what
know,
it drops
yeah,
down.
to what you bought. Yeah, way more. Good Lord Almighty.
It's nuts. Well, hey, I got something I wanted to throw out there too, also about the younger generation, because I've been taking a look at a lot of, not so much millennials, but the Gen Zs, the 20 to 30-year-old crowd, and there's a lot of loneliness out there, man. They're not dating like we used to. They're not even going out like we did. They don't go out and meet people. They just stay at home now. Or they try to date on Tinder and social media, and it's not the same thing. It's not really dating. Dating on Tinder or whatever, swiping, that's not the same thing.
Right.
Right.
I mean, and people, they don't have social lives anymore.
Yeah.
Like you have so much stuff on the internet and on social media. For a lot of these kids, they think that's life. So they don't go out, they don't meet people, they don't have friends in real life. Everything is on their phone. And dating, okay, you know what? You can swipe, but people aren't meeting.
Right.
You have to go out and actually talk to people.
Yeah. And it's not real either, because on social media, dating sites, you can present whatever you want.
Yeah.
You can take a filter and, man, I could look like anybody. I could take a filter and make myself look like you.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like nothing's real.
That's true.
And now we have AI pictures.
so-
We can make it even worse.
Right.
Yep, and especially with people with them little cartoon-looking characters. I can't stand that. Like, they have these little emojis.
Yeah.
Like,
Avatars.
you don't look, the avatar. You don't look anything like your avatar. Like,
That's what's baffling to me.
Right.
is that what you want to look like or what?
I'll just springboard some of my segment with you, Mike, if that's okay.
Go ahead.
Which is why in the fuck people have to use filters and fake pictures constantly.
Yeah.
I mean, and the thing is, look, I'm talking about to represent yourself to attract someone else. And if you just want to get on fun and have fun, whatever. I ain't judging
one
that.
time, one picture.
Yeah. My God, dude.
Yeah.
God. Yeah. I mean,
I don't like them. I don't like them.
it's nuts. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, you got a pretty face. The rest of you doesn't look like that. What exactly are you trying to get? You want compliments?
Yeah. Because it's
Like,
not
hey,
you.
you look great. Well,
It's not you.
fuck.
Yeah.
In other words, I'm trying to.
They're scamming, man. On the dating sites, I think they're really scamming, because if you don't really see them and they show you those pictures and then you meet them for a date, even if you say fuck you afterwards, it still got a free meal. It's based off of that. They're getting a lot.
I don't know, man. If you're too damn different, I'll be like, oh, I was looking for someone else. Who the fuck are you?
I don't know. There's some people that walk out.
Yeah.
They're paying for it.
I think everybody's with social media, we've become, like I call Facebook fake book.
Yeah.
With social media, you're right. It can hide the real you, and you can give anybody the image that you want to give them.
Yeah.
And so I think,
Man, when you do swipe and you look on Facebook and stuff, just the descriptions some of these women have, I call it the modern day woman. I know we'll get persecuted for that one, but they're like, the modern day woman will be like, I'm an independent, strong woman. I'm comfortable with myself and who I am. I need a man that's just like it. And I look at the fucking picture and I'm like, but you ain't you.
Yeah.
You
I know you. Yeah. Like,
you mean you got sparkly chin? You know, your shit's all like washed out from a filter. It's like your body ain't yours, but you're okay with yourself and you're independent.
or I want a real man.
Yeah.
You're not real.
Yeah, you're not right. Yeah. I was like, I mean, shit.
It's crazy. I don't want to shit on this generation, but I'm just
and y'all deal with that as women.
You don't have that as much.
We don't see that as
the worst
much.
you're going to see probably is a bald-headed guy with a hat.
You're going to see.
You're going to see a guy that has a hairline around it, just right here. He gonna have a hat on.
They call
it. Look 40 with his hat and 80 when he takes it off.
They call that hatfish.
Yeah, that's why you put
hatfish. Yeah.
That's the only thing y'all are gonna probably get. Or he might show you an old picture.
Right. Yeah, what's up with the old pictures?
Yeah,
like, why are you posting a picture
That's
from
what I'm
back
doing.
when you were like 19?
Or they'll show a picture of themselves, but they're standing in front of someone else's car in someone else's house.
Oh, yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Like, hey, check out this Bentley.
You'd be like, hey, come
it ain't mine, but check it out.
Oh, I don't have a car. I thought you had that. Oh, that's my brother's.
But what about the woman that doesn't look real good, but she doesn't tell you which one she is, and she's got a picture of 4 of her friends that are fucking fine, and you like got to scroll through all the pictures to realize which one you're actually dealing with. You know what I'm talking about?
That would be crazy, man.
Oh no, I'm like, oh shit.
I haven't done that dating site stuff, and I know from Facebook though, man. Golly, it's crazy.
Yeah.
What I would talk about?
Have you ever been accused of being a catfish before?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
No, I mean,
I have been.
Only thing people tell me, I'm 6'2".
Because I was honest with them and everything,
6'1", 6'2", and people
like,
tell me I
"You're
look
gonna catfish
shorter
me."
on my pictures.
I was like, no, I don't know what you're talking about.
What I would talk about is, and this is just the newer generation, maybe not the kids, maybe it's us too, is this texting. If you text young people, like every word they have abbreviation, and it makes you wonder, do they really know how to spell? You know what I mean? Like I got something. I think he was saying, I appreciate you. I appreciate you, and it said you, PREC something, then a U, and it makes you wonder, being that they don't really type at school and they do everything on the computer, and then it makes you wonder, do they really know how to spell the real words? Because I've never.
But there's also the voice text, and then you send it, and you don't even know.
Yeah, no.
And then you read it later.
Yeah, no. This is how they just type, because I see it like they have abbreviations, and it may be the hip hop community, but like I don't know how to explain all the words, but it's.
No, I know. I agree with you. Actually,
wonder, do you really know how to spell? Because like this is not even an abbreviation to me, but this is what they I mean, if he sends me another one, it's going to be the same thing. Like, that's how they text. And, my daughter does it too.
Yeah.
And I tell her, hey, don't text me like you talk to your friends. Kind of like how, you know, if we talk to our parents, you know, if we talk to our friends, we might use slang words like, what up, dog? But you know, when you talk to your parents, you like, hey, how you doing, father? How you doing, dad? Or yes, sir. Well, the same way we may talk in slang, it's like they have a slang text.
Oh, okay, I see.
And I am not with that shit.
Well, they talk that way too. Like, I hear words like the other day, a kid came up to me, a kid like 24 or some shit, and he's like, man, you're fit. And I was like, my fit? I thought I thought he meant I had an attitude or something. I was like, because I was being totally cool. I was like, my fit, what? Like, you think I'm throwing a fit? He goes, no, you're fit. I like it. You know, you're dripping fit and shit. And I'm like, I was like, can you use a more, you know, like Webster word for me real quick? What are you trying to talk about, you know?
Yeah, he said he was talking about your outfit.
Yeah, but that's like, I guess, I think this type of like Gen Zers we're talking about now.
We used to say fit sometimes. But was short for outfit.
Right. No, I caught that now.
That one, but some stuff is.
But my point is, I think what they try to do, they being the Gen Zers, I just feel like people are trying to be cool.
Yeah.
Like they just are.
And they don't realize that ain't even cool to us.
No, I'm like just fucking.
It's like a dumbass.
Yeah, exactly.
But then that's the way our parents probably looked at us.
And
like we thought we were cool.
But the difference to me in us and the newer ones is we didn't talk like this around our parents. My parents would have had to hear me talking to you to hear me cuss or say like, and then they might pop me in the back of the head.
Yeah,
but if I was talking to my dad, I knew how to speak to my dad versus you. I knew how to speak on an interview versus talking to you. I knew how to speak to my teachers, my coach, because we were taught the right way. And then as we grew up, we learned some slang ways.
Right, yeah.
This new generation, to me, the parents are not even teaching them the proper way, and all they're doing is learning slang ways.
Yeah.
That's what I believe, and even the schools.
Yeah.
So it's fucked up because you don't talk to adults. I mean, this way I was raised.
Yeah.
I don't talk to an adult the same way I talk to my friend. I might say, hey, what's up, my nigga? Hey, what's up, homeboy? Or, hey, what's up, cuz? I wouldn't talk to my dad like that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't talk to your dad. Hey, how you doing, sir?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm Jabari.
Right.
You know, when I talk to you, hey, I'm Jab.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna, it's just certain ways you knew,
You're talking about respect now.
Yeah, it was just things but they were never taught that, so they don't even know. That's just how we talk, and it's not.
They're not. The problem.
Like you said, Webster's Dictionary. I guarantee you, that motherfucker don't know no Webster's Dictionary. They might know how to Google word. Google.
You know what all this stems from though is elders. We're not allowed to keep society accountable anymore. You're not allowed to. You're not allowed to tell someone that they talk to me the right way. Well, now that's not PC. Now suddenly you're some kind of bias or some kind of fucking whatever fuck it is.
And what way is the right way? Like that's what somebody's gonna say.
I don't know.
To say what's right? Like that's what they're gonna say.
How many words did we want to make up there?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But no, I'm saying that's what they're gonna say.
No, I get you. No, I need a fucking.
Anybody has a freaking rebuttal for whatever.
I need a fucking. What do you call those little Spanish dictionaries we walk around? The little translated books. Yeah, what I need.
Like I said, they don't even think they know about dictionaries. They probably just say Google. Like,
exactly.
Look it up on Google.
You got your Google Translate.
Yeah, look it up on Google. Ask Google. I don't think they know how to spell, bro, because they can say everything.
I know one thing's for sure. They sure in the shit don't know how to use maps.
No, yeah.
Fuck no.
Totally. I remember the maps go.
Oh my god, my I guess you'd call her like a secretary works for. She's 20 years old, just starting out. The other day, I was like, literally, I told her, we're on Settlement Road. I said, get up there and make a left, and a quarter mile to your right is where I need you to be. And it's a business, everything. She's like, looking at me. She goes, can you give me the share? Can you share it with me?
Oh yeah.
I go, yeah, I'll share it with you. Just get out there, make a left, go that way, right there. Your quarter mile to your right. Mm-hmm. I had to fucking get on my phone, figure out the name of the business, share that shit to her so she could just hit it and GPS it. And I'm like, she's afraid. Like they can't go anywhere without it.
I'll tell you better than that. My daughter has actually been somewhere more than once, but she can't tell you how to get there. Like she has to put it. All she knows how to do is put the address in and follow the map. And she's driving and followed the map so many times. But if you didn't have it, she don't know how to get there. She's been there 3 or 4 times.
Right.
She just knows. And I noticed that when I was driving, and I'm like, where'd I turn? And she's like, haven't you been here before? Yeah.
That's so true.
Like, she's been there like 3 times in recent weeks and didn't know how to. Didn't know how to like send a pass out and tell me how to get there just because she's been just driving. Turn right on this and don't even remember. Like that's how lazy. We would call it lazy, but that's the new technology.
Just reliant to it.
And you assume they know, but they don't. We're really in our generation is in a weird spot because we started off not having these things, so we learned the old way.
Yeah.
And then we were still young enough to semi-adapt to the new way.
Yeah.
Like our parents, they just didn't fool with that shit. They just, whatever they knew, and our grandparents just left what they knew.
Yeah.
We were like, no, both. And now we're getting older where these kids are starting, they never knew the way we knew.
Yeah.
They've only known this. And we're still out here, quote unquote, being cool or functioning or you're doing business, so you're still involved. Our parents were retired. You know, they were just working and retired.
Yeah.
We're working and still working because of social media.
But the technology, it does make our lives easier too.
Oh, yeah.
But, you know, at some point, we have to accept the fact that there are a lot of things that we know that they may not ever need to know.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, like...
That's true, yeah.
I guess
they don't.
If I had to, I could figure out how to ride a horse. But, you know,
you don't need to know how to ride
I've never been in a situation where I had to.
That's a good point.
You know,
Yeah.
and
Good
people
point.
younger than us, you know, they're not ever going to have to learn how to drive a stick shift. And hell, there's one day the Gen Z, they're going to be old and they're going to be talking about their kids because they're not even going to have to drive the car.
Yeah, they just get in it.
Yeah.
Say where you want to go.
Yeah.
That makes me so nervous.
Or somebody else flying your car, like controlling it for you.
I want to be driving the car or somebody.
Yeah, that's a lot to think about. That's why I try not to, I guess, quote unquote, judge certain things. But other things, I understand because of COVID and them growing up. Like a lot of them, you figure COVID lasted a few years.
Yeah.
Think about a child that was just getting started in school,
Right.
and everything's been since COVID. They've always grown up having to stay this many feet from people, whatever it is.
Yeah.
They're gonna be different.
Yeah.
But one thing I will never be able to adapt to is this fucking summertime wearing these fucking hoodies. Have you seen young kids? They wear like hoodies, like sweatshirts in the freaking summer. Have you seen it?
Well, maybe. I don't.
Every
My
now,
daughter
every now and
even
then
does
I
it.
see that, yeah.
Man, I don't know how they do it. That's
No,
walking down the street.
Because
somewhere.
they're not outside.
I'm thinking they're
a
going
lot
to
of
rob
times.
somebody.
They're mostly inside.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
so,
that's
but
true, yeah.
Even outside, like
So
walking-
they're not even thinking about it when they go out.
Yeah, that's probably what. You know what? You're probably right.
Yeah.
Because I see that and I'm like, these motherfuckers like they're going to rob somebody, but they're not. This is how they dress.
That's what they look like.
Right.
It's hot outside.
Crazy.
it's wild.
Yeah.
Well, hey, if you're a Gen Zer, you need to be watching us so you can learn how the world really works and improve your life.
And when we're talking about partying and clubs, that's another thing. I just thought about this because we used to throw parties. You had to like promote your party. Like you had to go to like find a high school kid or college kid. Hey, I'm gonna let you in free. Pass all these flyers out. You know, like say we were throwing a party at this club, a big party, and we're gonna get the door, or we rented the club. You'd have to find ways to promote, like make flyers. I remember that you had to. The cheapest way was to get the big page. And you could cut it into 4s.
Yeah.
And get 4 flyers per page to save money. You just had to pay $1 per cut or something like that. I don't know if y'all, this is what we had to do. Then you had to find people that would pass them out like, okay, the party's here, so go to UTA, go to this school, go to the high school because the seniors can go and pass these out. And then hope that they come. Now, you don't have to do no promotions like that. Like social media just,
It's all out there.
It's like make a video of girls shaking their butt dancing. Everybody, some
Yeah.
champagne bottles popping, and
That's it.
yeah. So
You don't get things in the ML anymore like that. Like,
yeah,
Just drop a Facebook event and move
wedding
on.
events, all that stuff. Yeah, you don't.
So that is a big difference, and I'm not against that. I like it. I think it's cool. I just don't like the social media part because it's not private. Your friends on your page may not just be your personal friends that you would invite. So like if you put your party on there, you're in some ways inviting everybody that you may not even really know. Versus that part is different to me. But other than that, it's pretty cool. How you could be a poor person that don't have the money to get stuff started, and social media can help you.
Oh, yeah.
Blow up, but it can ruin you just as fast.
Oh, yeah.
Like you said with Diddy and all, because that. You know.
exactly.
So, yeah, but that's that.
Well, hey, y'all. I would say check us out. We'll be back real soon. We're going to wrap things up for today, y'all. But until next time, check us
Hey,
out.
Mike, real quick, how can I hear us?
You can check us out on Spotify. You can check us out on Apple Podcasts. We're going to be on iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, wherever you listen to podcasts. Just look for the Gen X Talk podcast. And now we're going to be on Patreon. So check us out there. You can watch our full videos. I know some of you guys are listening and you want to see what we look like. Well, I'm sure you've seen plenty of pictures of us. Some of y'all have.
I don't have any filter.
No filters, no cat ears.
Which version of me you want to see?
But yeah, we'll have the full videos on Patreon. We'll have plenty of exclusive content. We do have a free tier, so you don't have to just give us money to be a part of the Patreon. But, you know, if you want to subscribe and make some donations, we will gladly accept it. So check us out there. And until next time, we'll see.
The Gen X Talk podcast was brought to you by your mom. No one in their right mind will ever sponsor us. So please become a Patreon at Gen X Talk Pod. Don't forget to subscribe for new episodes each week. Biatch!